All right. Let's go, family. Let's kindly head over to the group chat. Drop some "We Are Live" on the group chat. If you can hear me clearly, just help me drop "We Are Live" on the group chat. If you can hear me clearly, drop "We Are Live" on the group chat. I'm going to be starting in the next 30 seconds. But please help me drop "We Are Live" on the group chat before we start. We'll be starting in the next 25 seconds. Help me drop "We Are Live" on the group chat. We'll be starting in the next 15 seconds. Let's go. Let's burn down the group chat.
Recording in progress.
Let's burn down the group chat. Let's go. All right. We're starting the next 5 seconds. And we are live. All right. Good morning, family. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 11 a.m. Google Live session today. And welcome to the session where we are going to be talking about how our 85 days trading challenge is going to be going. All right. The format in which we're actually going to be using to make so much money before the end of the year. All right. I'm so sorry. I cannot show my face right now. But that is because I want us to actually concentrate on what we're actually going to be talking about in this session. All right. So what is actually a compounding challenge? What is a compounding challenge? All right. I know many of us have actually heard of compounding challenge before, and we have actually compounded to an extent before, but probably certain things actually went wrong with us when it comes to our mindsets or our motivation, and then we capitulated. All right. Compounding is basically all right. Compounding is basically us trading our accounts to a certain level and compounding our profits on the account time after time after time after time. So when it comes to trading, there is this major misconception that people actually have. They feel like, oh, you can actually make money in trading if you don't actually start with huge amounts. Oh, for you to actually become a profitable trader, you need to actually start with huge amounts. You need to actually start with something big, something large. But that is actually very wrong, because when it comes to trading, you don't actually need to actually start with anything. In fact, you shouldn't even start with anything big when it comes to trading. You shouldn't actually start with anything big when it comes to trading, because a lot of things can actually go wrong when it comes to trading. You know, when it comes to your mindset, your risk, and all of those things, you know, a lot of things can actually go wrong. Yeah, so you're meant to start small in trading. So the key to actually becoming successful in trading is not actually you funding your account with $5K or $10K or $20K. The key to you actually being profitable in trading and being so wealthy in trading is compounding your account over and over and over and over and over. So the best traders or the wealthiest traders or the most traders you see online are people who started growing their accounts from very, very low amounts. They didn't actually start with huge amounts. They started with small money. All right. So now we have been trading for a while now. I noticed that a lot of people actually like trade and withdraw their profit, which is very, very nice. It's very, very nice. You know, they trade $100, make $80, they withdraw the $80 to settle this or settle that, but just have the money in their hands. But what if we actually create a challenge where everybody are actually looking to grow their accounts, looking to compound their accounts to a certain level? That basically means people are not actually going to be withdrawing their profits, but rather they will be trading their profits to even make more profits. And that's the reason for the challenge. Okay, initially when I actually started trading, when I started trading like a while ago, I started first, my first year was more like me learning. And then after I funded an account with $250. Okay, I funded an account with $250. Just $250. I took a bonus of 200%. Then I was using IQ Broker. All right. I took a bonus of 200% bonus, which gave me $750 in my trading account. Okay. $750. And within the space of 7-8 months, I grew this $750 to $10,000 plus dollars. Within the space of 7 to 8 months. Now, during that period, I was a student. How much did I actually start trading with? I only started trading with $250. The additional $500 I got was bonus, 200% bonus, which was not withdrawable self because it was the broker's money. So with $250, I made my account. I took it to like $10,000 plus dollars within the space of 7 to 8 months. And during that period, I was a student I think I was in year 4, so year 5. I was in year 5 then in the university. So imagine being a student and actually like taking $250 to over, as at then it was over 6 million naira or so. Still being a student, that's very amazing, right? But that's what we're going to be looking to do here on this challenge in the next couple of months. You understand? So how was I actually able to grow this? How was I actually able to grow this? So I'm going to actually show you now. Let me carry this one and put it here. This session is actually recorded, so for those who missed out on it, and also for those who, would want to watch it again, all right, you're actually always going to have access to record. You can watch it over and over. So when we actually proceed with the challenge, at some point, you may actually need to cover this again, so you can actually remind yourself the reason why you're not actually withdrawing from your account. Okay. So this is basically what I did. I grew from $250 to $10. The additional money I got was the broker's money. So I only funded $250 and I grew to $10K. Now, if I actually have $10K in my account, that basically means when I make a profit of like 20%, that is $2,000. When I make a profit of 10%, that is that's $1,000. When I make a profit of 4%, that is $4,000. So at that point in time, it was like everything was actually like on autopilot for me because I don't need to go trade much. Once I just trade 1 or 2 times, I've made what I'm actually comfortable with. Now, the aim was still to grow from this to still $10,000, but some things actually happened with, during that period, and I was not actually like that consistent with my destiny. And then I also had a little bit of emotional stuff and all of that. And so I was just trading, I just withdrawing, trading and withdrawing, trading and withdrawing, and all of that. You understand? So on this thing now, you're actually seeing 750 to 10K, and then you're like, how did you actually do it? Then I think I was like 21 or so. I was 22. I was still very, very young then. Right. So the reason I was actually able to do this was because I actually understood the power of compounding. Now, the academy I learned from then, they always say compounding. Like it's always been preached. If you check our sessions, you're going to realize that We have like almost 5 different videos where we talked about compounding. I always talk about it. I always talk about it because this is the secret to being a very profitable trader. You know, you can still grow, you can grow this amount to this amount. You can still grow this amount to still $100K. You can still grow that $100K to $1 million and even more. Now, the place, during the whole period of me growing and everything, I had this particular mentor that he also was trading the same HFX, same high frequency forex. And his own story was he started trading with just $500. Now, when I started joining the sessions, then his account was at I think 3 point something $million, which he grew from about 3.5 or so, $3.5 million, which he grew from just $500 within like 2 years. You understand? And right there on his sessions, I was taking his trades and he was growing his account. His account grew from that 3.5 million within the space of 1 year, grew to as at I think 2021 or so. I can't remember, 2021 or 2022 or so. 2021 rather. His account grew from that 3.5 million to $19 million. 19 million. And all the trades was actually taking was on the sessions. So when you come there, you see him call out the trades, you drop them, and he's just going to take those same trades. Because I can do from 3.5 million to 19 million. And this is not like, oh, audio or this thing. He shows his withdrawals. When he withdraws $400,000, he's going to post on the group chat. When he buys a new car, he goes, well, I withdrew this, I'm going to show you the receipts, and I used to go and buy a Lamborghini. I used to go and buy this. So you're actually seeing all those things, and it was very, very, mind blowing. Imagine actually growing 500 to 3.5, 3.5 to from that 3.5, he now grew to 90 million. That is just what compound actually is. How many years did it take him? It took him 2 years to grow from 500 to 3.5 million. And it took him 1 year to grow from 3.5 to 19 million. So basically, in 3 years, he grew his account from $500 to 19 million. So when it comes to trading, it's not small, it's not big. You calculate $19 million in Naira, we're actually entering billions. There's how does compounding actually work? I'm going to actually just explain it now with $200. I'm going to actually explain it with $200. And first of all, I'm actually going to explain using 100% profit every single month. But I'm also going to explain it using 50% profit every single month. Okay, so you can actually see you don't actually have to be making so much money. All right, as long as you're consistent. Consistency is the key when it comes to compounding. Yeah. So let me do this. Let me demarcate this one here. All right, let me make it black. Okay. Before we actually go and start explaining how we're going to be doing our stuff, how our sessions are going to be holding, what they call it, trades that are going to be calling out, the people that are going to be calling out the trades and how you're taking the trades, all of those things here. We need to actually explain how it works. So you can actually fully understand it. Then at the end of everything, we're going to actually know how much everybody actually have in their trading account. And I'm actually also going to urge everybody to go and create their own compounding plan so they can be seen where they're going to actually be at in the next 4 months. Okay. So all right, so let's say, all right, we start, and let's say I start with $200 here. I don't actually take a bonus. I only found $200. We actually, this is actually calculation. If we actually make single months, Now this can actually work with either you're making 100% or you're making 200%, or you're even making 50 or 25%. It all works. The most important thing when it comes to compounding your account is just consistency. If you can actually be consistent and you can actually be disciplined, that's just it. It doesn't actually matter how many percent you make. All right. Now, if you make more, probably you make 100%, you're actually going to get to your profit target faster. You understand? But if you actually make something lesser, probably 50% or 40%, it's going to actually take you longer to get to that particular goal, right? But you still get there. You understand? As long as you actually have something that is constantly giving you a certain percentage on an average every single month, you can start compounding. But when it's on 25%, you're even making self, that is very fantastic. You start running with it already. So now, assuming you're actually making 100% profits monthly, all right, how are we going to, so let's start from month one. Let me give you specific minutes. Month one. Month one, our account grew from $200, right? 100% of $200 is how much? $200 profit, all right? So that means the account will grow from $200 to $400, all right? Month two, we are with how much now in month two? We are with $400, okay? We are with $400 in month two. And this account now, it makes him 100% profit. Remember, we are doing our calculations based on 100% profit. Now, month two, the account goes from $400. 100% of $400 is how much? $400. So the account will grow from $400 now to $800. All right. So month three, how much are we with in month three? We are with $800. Month three. It's about to get very interesting. All right, month three, we are with $800. 100% profit on $800 grows the account to $1,600. So basically, in 3 months, we are going to an account from $200 to $1,600 by making just 100% profit every single month on an average. On an average, so that basically means some months slightly less, some months slightly more, but on average, 100% every single month. So let's go to the month four. Month four, same 100%. We go to $800. 100% of $800, sorry, $1,600 rather. The account grows to $3,200. Okay, let me try to be fast because of time, because I have a lot of things to touch on this session. So you understand the concept now, right? You understand what we're actually doing now. Right? So the fifth month, it goes like this. Month five. 3 2 rather. 3 2 2 6 4 6 4 100% again. Sixth month, month 6 goes from 6 4 to $12,800. Wow. So in 6 months, you're already officially a 5-figure trader. 5 figures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mine took me like 8 months from $700. So if you actually have $700 now, it's only meant to take you 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only meant to take you 4 months if you're making 100% profit every single month. You can see it here now. If you started from here with $400, it's $700, right? $800, $750. It took only 1, 2, 3, 4. If we are making 100% profit to grow from this to this, but mine took me 8 months. So that basically means I was making less than 100%. I was only making about 50% profit on average every single month. And I grew mine to this in 8 months. That's why it took me double the time. You understand? Because I was making 50%, half the profit. So let's go month 7 12,800. Try to pay attention because you're actually going to do this thing now. You're going to actually do this after this session and you're actually going to post on your wall. It can actually motivate you. $25,600. You're already approaching. You're going to stop at the 100K. We'll not continue from 100K. Just stop at the 100K. Because if you continue from 100K, you get to 1 million. All right, so just 2 more months remaining to get to 100K. Month 8, 25K. We have 25K, yeah? To 50K. $25,000 to $50,000. Then months 9, 9 months after you've actually been pregnant for 9 months, you finally give birth to 100K in your trading accounts. After being pregnant for 9 months, $50,000 to $100,000. All right. So now officially now is 6-figure trader. All right. So now if you continue again from that, you still keep growing. You still keep growing. If you continue again from that, it doesn't stop there. All right. You still keep growing. If you keep you still keep all of them. It's part of it. Months. It's not my mother's tongue. All right. So month 10, just the months. Let's take it to 1 million. Okay. 100K. So you see, companies or compound will do to you, will do for you. It's actually going to give you lots of money. All right. We're going to take you time to compound. 200K and all of that. Let me not add dollars so it can be faster. Let me just add it. Let me expand this one. You see it now. This is if you're making 100% profit every single month. Month 11, you have 100K. So it's 100K rather. 100,000 to 400,000. You're almost done. Then month 12, 12 freaking months of trading and not withdrawing anything significant. We now have $400,000. This is what we call money. Ego, money. So, okay, I'm going to show you something now. I really want to show you something now. Then you have month 13. 13, and you're going to be clocking a million plus. That's 7 figures in your trading account in 13 months. Double compounding, $800,000. Maths is beautiful. Maths, when you're actually calculating money, is beautiful. $800,000. This is the goal of trading. This is the goal of many persons don't actually know that this is the goal of trading. That's why they actually like don't take it seriously because they just feel like it's stressful and they don't really know what they actually stand to gain. This is what you stand to gain from trading. This is what you stand to gain from trading. Imagine this is actually your story, right? And then you grow your account to $1.6 million a year, and then when you grow your account to $1.6 million, or let's say $1 million, so, right? Every single time you have $1 million, even if you make 10% profit, right? Because you probably are not trading on your own, that's why you have different sessions. But do you know that if you're not trading on your own, do you know you only have to trade for 2 hours a day? 2 hours a day, you're going to make 2 hours a day 1 month. You're actually going to make $100K. 2 hours a day every single day for 1 month, $100K. And that is only 10% of your $1 million account. The remaining 22 hours is for you. You can use to do whatever you like. And you're using just only your laptop to do that. So you can be anywhere. You can be in France, you can be in Paris, you can be in 100% profit every month. There are people who actually do it, and it's very, very awesome. You can do it. Okay, but me, I don't actually like me, I don't actually like taking so much food. My profit target value is lesser than 30 to 60% every month. I can actually make 100%, but I don't usually make 100% a month. 30 to 60, 70%. Right. On an average, let's say making 50% profit every single month. And this is actually the reason why it's not leaving actually calling out trades on double the amount of trades and the amount of profits. Because if you look on the flyer, we wrote 200. So in 4 months, we are expecting to probably grow our account from $200 to $3,200. And how many percent profit are we to make every single month on an average to do this? 100% profit every single month. So if I'm pulling out some trades and I'm making 50% profit on all my trades, and Quick is also making 50% profits on all his trades he's calling out. If you're taking with like 3 or 4%, whichever one, 50 plus 50, 100%. So we should be able to meet up with the 100% profit target every single month. All right. So let me calculate with 50% profit. Okay. I'm still going to. This session is actually recorded though, because after the session, you need to actually like create your own. I need to actually like do your own compounding challenge. Sorry, write your own compounding plan. You need to write your own compounding plan because it's very, very important. Why is it important? You need to write it down so you can actually see it. Once you write it down, you can actually visualize it. And once you can visualize something, you're closer to that thing. You're closer to what you actually visualize than what you can actually visualize. If you don't see yourself achieving something, or you don't actually know what it actually feels like to actually achieve that thing, you're easy about it. That is why on our Monday sessions, you're actually very, very conversant with them. Mindset training sessions, I say things like always go to where you can actually visualize your goal, be in those environments, familiar environments, so you can always know what it feels like being that successful trader. If you always know what life is going to feel like when you're actually successful trader, yeah, you're always going to take your education when it comes to trading very, very seriously. Let's change the color to how they change them to peach. Okay, yeah. Good. All right. So if we are making 50% profit every single month, what are we actually going to grow our account to within the space of that same 13 months or within the space of that 4 months? We are starting with $200 again. $200 doesn't mean you use $200. To be very honest, when it comes to trading, don't extend yourself. Don't overextend yourself. If it's only $50 you can afford, that is there you if it's only $100, $100, right? Don't borrow money to trade. No, that's not actually smart. move, because if you borrow money, you need to actually pay percentage of it at the end of the day. And how much is your profit going to be at the end? And apart from that, so much to trade here, because the person that borrowed you the money will be expecting his or profits, and then you'll be forced to have to provide the profits very, very quickly. And you're just going to be under get the person's money back, which is not actually going to make you to calm down and trade very. In trading, when it comes to trading, you need to actually like trade with peace of mind. Okay, trading requires peace of mind. If you are feeling some kind of way and your mindset is not actually right, probably someone broke up with you, so, and it's really affecting you. You're, you're being affected strongly by that particular event. If it's your $200, $3,200 sit there, you can just leave it there. Just like give the person something, or the person comes to come and ask for profit, or so you have to trade. Either you like it or not, either you're in the mood or I don't trade for people, because I don't like to put under any pressure of sorts, because I tried it before, it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well at all. All right. So whatever you can actually afford to trade with that one and grow gradually with that one. That's mine. So for this particular one, I'm not actually going to write month to month. I'll just put one. I'll put one. I'm going to do it here. $100. One million to 50% of $2 is $100 bar. 50% of $200 is how much? $400. So it's $100. That's the profit. So 50% of $200 is $100 plus $200 is $300. So you grow your account from $200 to $300. The next month, which is month 2, $300. 50% of $300 is how much? $150. Grow your account by $150 more, you're going to have $450. So you basically get your account from $300 to $450. Month 3, $450, 100% again, 50% again. 50% of $450 is how much? $225. $225 plus $450, which is your initial capital, is $675. So that means you grow your account from $450 to $675. $675. We are already, getting to the very important part. This part just make you see what's attainable, so you can actually like shape your mind very well. All right. So the next 4th month, you have $645. So you have $675, $675. So actually understand better, you can actually go to our courses and watch all the compounding stuff we talked about. We have about 3 different compounding videos. I like talking about compounding very, very well. Right, I have about 3 different. If you don't watch the 3 different compounding videos, 1,000, let's just say $1,000. We have about 3 different compounding videos. If you watch the 3 different compounding videos, this is actually explained in a different way, in different light. You understand? So you're going to understand it better if you watch it again. So month 5, we have $1,000 to 50% of $1,000 is $500. So $1,500. So basically, if you don't actually make 100% every single month for the entire 4 months, if it's 50% you actually make every single month, that basically means you're going to put your account from $200 to $1,000. $200 to $1,000, that's $800 profit in just 4 months of trading. from just picking some trades, you grow your account from $200. So it's either we make 100% every single month for the next 4 months, or we make 50%. And if you make 50%, you're still going to grow your account from 500 or from $100 to 500, which is still a whole lot of profit. From like $200 is about 180, you know, lots of money for Christmas. So if you continue like that, you can see the 6th month is going to 2,250. 5. You just see how long it's going to take us to actually get to 3,000 soon. Because it's month to get to 3,2. So I'm making half of it, 2,250. So times 1.5, 3,375. It's very important to understand this calculation, because you have to actually calculate this thing and put it on your wall. Write it down like this, calculate it and paste it on your wall. So every time you come, you can actually sit. And don't actually stop in 4 months. Do from 4 months and just do it up to like 1 year or even 2 years self. Understand? The reason is because after the whole 4 month compounding challenge, right? By then, when your account have actually grown, you would have actually seen that it's very feasible, right? If we can actually do it together, right? If we can do it together and grow our accounts together from this amount to this amount, right? By compounding, basically, obviously, if you continue compounding, you can still grow it to the next level, to the next 4 months. You understand? And if you still keep compounding, you can still compound it for 1 year and all those profits. So this is to make you actually see that, everything is possible here, right? If you follow what you're meant to follow. So see that 1,000 to $1,000, right? You can still grow to 50K or 25K. If you keep going for that, you can still grow to 800K, 100K. It's actually really going to boost your mentality and your mindset when it comes to trading. 5,006 to 7,000. So when 7,395, 390,000, three 90. If you continue again, 11th month, you have 11,390. So, and it's not only in HFX you can compound, though. You can also compound in FRX. You can also compound in MT4. You just understand how compounding actually works. All right, $17,000 approximately. $17,000. This is making 50%, just 50% every month. Let me show you how easy it is to make 50% every month. 12, we have 17,000 to 25,600. Then 13 months rather, you're going to have 25,600 2 times 1.5, 38,400, 38,400. So you look at it, this is actually compounding, all right? The first one we calculated here, we used 100% profit monthly. Yeah, the session was actually recorded. I'm going to post it on the group after this thing. The first one we calculated here, we use 100% monthly. And the second one we calculated here, we use 50% monthly. Okay? Now, if you look at this 100% monthly, look at, I told you that someone grew account from $500 to 3 points this in 2 years. If the person started with $500, that means the person started from here, around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means in 12 months, if you add one more month here, all right, you need to start from month 2. $500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in 13 months, the person would have grown this thing to 3.2 million naira if the person was making 100% profit. $500 to 3.5 million naira in 13 months if the person was making 100% profit. So how long did it take the person to do that? It took the person 2 years. Why did it take the person 2 years? Because the person was actually making less than 100%. The person was probably making like 60 on an average, 60% on an average. Now, this is a calculation with 50% profit every single month. If you start trading now and in next 1 year, you grow an account from $200 to $38,000, it makes a lot of sense because the only thing you're doing to make this profit is just only trading for 2 hours. The 2 hours can actually be when you come back from work. 2 hours can be when you get there. And the moment your account starts getting to $10K now, once your account gets to this point, now you can now make it your personal. You can even quit your job self and say that, okay, when I trade, and I'm going to grow from 11K to 17K this month. When I grow to 17K, I'm going to withdraw $5 for my expense next month. Now, once you grow from 17K and make your profit again, you're going to withdraw 500. So now, at this point now, you can now be personally withdrawing $500 for your own monthly expense, and you cannot quit your job then. You can quit your job at that point in time because $500 will be about 500K by then, if not more. So you having a $10K account, if you're trading, you're compounding. So you just withdraw very little of your profits for your own monthly expense. That way now you're actually at home. You're not working for anybody. And then any profit you make, your own personal use to get your data, that things. You understand? And this is actually it's not actually about how fast you get there. It's about how consistent you be. If you're making 100% profit monthly, there are people who make 100% profit monthly. Me, I don't make 100%. I make 50%. All right, that's why it takes me longer to grow my account. I'm good and I'm fine. All right, you can't force yourself to actually make 100% profit if your strategy is giving 50% profit. The most important thing is then gradually, consistently grow the account. So let's say this was me now, and I was working a job, and then I grow this account within this 4 months challenge. Let's say we don't make this high one. Let's say we make this low one, and then I grow the account from 200 to 1K. I'm very happy. What am I going to do? I'll continue from there to 10K. Probably going to 1K. I've already learned how to trade very well. Right? I'll still working my job. Now, I'll now gradually, within the next 4 months again, grow my account from this to 10K, 5 months. Now, once I grow my account to 10K, I can now quit my job. As I quit my job now, the next month I make $7K profit. I'm going to keep $6,500 in my account. I'm going to withdraw $500 from my own. The next month again, I grow this 16.5 or so, 25,000. I withdraw another $500 again. The 13th month again, I do the same thing again to this. I withdraw $500. Before you know, before the next 1 year, I would have actually grown this. If you keep going with this particular calculation, the next 6 months, this account. So basically, in 4 I can't actually calculate it because of time. That's 8,000 times 1.5. That is 57,000. So the next month after this is going to be 57,000. Just so let me just last one. That's 8,000. Let's use that 8,000 for calculation's sake. Then after this, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this thing, all right? With your weekly or monthly targets. Yeah, monthly targets. Weekly target actually. And that's where it's actually going to make more sense to you because it may look unattainable. It's very, very attainable. 7K times 1.5, 5,000. Now I'm also going to explain to you the importance of this compound, of you writing these things down. I'm going to explain to you the importance of writing these things down. 57,000. Mathematics. I said it within the next 4 months, it's actually getting 100K. 16. Oh, shit. That's actually why when you actually see successful traders here, you hear, oh, this guy made $200K in 1 month. But by the time you actually check very well, you're going to realize that this guy has been trading for 3 years or 4 years. You never see someone that is made $200K. You rarely see actually. And the person just started trading 4 months ago. Why? Because it takes them time to their account. They don't actually start trading with like $100K or 50K. They start trading with like 100 or 50 or $200. They grow the accounts. All right. 55K times 1.5, $128,000. $128,000. So look at this now, right? 4 months is the last 4 months of this year, plus the entire 12 months of next year. 12 months plus 4 months is 16 months. So if you're making 50% profits for throughout this year, and then throughout next year, you're going to grow your account from $200 to $120,000. Probably because when you get $10K, you start withdrawing $100 to pay yourself. It may not actually be 128K. It may not be like probably 105K or 110K. But you see it. If you have 100K at the end of next year, and then you're trading, if you're making your 50% every single month, that's 50,000 freaking dollars. It's a whole lot. You understand? You get, so that's what we're talking about here. So now, how do you do this calculation for those who are going to, because everybody are going to need to do their own calculation at the end of this section. You just multiply this, what you're actually seeing here, times 1.5. So capital, this calculation times 1.5 gives you capital plus profit plus 50% profit. Capital, is it capital? Capital is the money you started with, Tabi, plus your interest. Plus interest. Plus 50% interest. 50% interest, that'll be 50% profit. Okay. That's it. That's a simple calculation. All right. If this particular one now, just multiply it times 2. Capital times 2. The formula is very easy. Just if you're making 100% profit, that's 1. If you're making 50% profit, that's 0.5. If you're making 30% profit, that's 0.3. So if you're making 30% profit, you're going to capital times 1.3. You understand that you're going to get your capital plus 30% profit. So capital times 2. This is just the math, simple math. is equal to capital plus 100% profit. So calculation. So the reason why it's very important is notice something. In the first 3 months, what do you actually notice? The account was growing slowly, right? The next first 3 months, notice that the account was growing slowly. If you actually started this thing now with $50, this is actually what it would have looked like. If you started with $50, this is what it would have looked like. Let me show you. This is why some persons don't actually know that they're actually making profits in trading, because their account is growing slowly. That's why I don't actually calculate my profit based on the amount I made. I calculate my profit based on the percentage I make. And I'm actually going to employ us to do that same thing. Don't calculate your profit based on the amount you make. Calculate your profit based on the percentage. How many percent do you make? That is actually it. How many percent do you make? If you start with $50 now, your first month, hey, can Barbie colors down. $50 will grow to $75. Are you seeing it? $75, just $75. Okay, $75. Then $75 will go to. If I ask everybody now in this session now that actually is to join session and take our trades, all right, if those that actually funded with $50, have you actually grown your account from $50 to $75? Everybody that actually joined our session and take all our trades, I'm going to say yes. I've grown my account to $75 in 1 month from the trades you guys call out. Okay, some have even grown their own to $112. You see it? If I ask everybody here that actually take all the trades we call out, on those sessions we used to call out, and trades we used to call out, you take everything. How much have you actually made on your $50 account? Have you made $25 profit? Yes. If your answer is actually yes, that basically means that is 50%. Continue this thing for the next 3 months, you get $200. Continue this thing for the next 16 months, you're at 100K. So if you can actually make 50% profit in 1 month, that means if you continue for the next how many months, you're going to have 100K. But most times, people don't actually continue like that. So once they trade and they make 2 months, 3 months, account have gone to $150, $200, they will just withdraw it, or they will just want to over leverage to grow faster. It's looking slow to them. It's not slow. If you write down this thing and you look at this thing on your wall, whatever your amount actually is, just calculate it, put it on your wall there. Calculate it till you get to $100K. All right. So in that way, now if you look at it and then it's showing you, you've made 50% profit, you're very happy. You know that in the next 18 months, you're going to be at $100K. The next month, if you make 50% profit, you're going to be very happy, because you know that 2 months have already gone in your challenge and you only have 16 more months. The next month, you make 50% profit again, you're going to be very happy now, because you know that 3 months have gone already and you have just 15 months. Before you know it, 14 months, 13 months, 12 months, 11 months, 10 months. You understand? So you need to actually do this your compounding plan, make it very, very neat, based on the amount you're starting with, based on the percentage profit you want to make in every month, and paste it on your wall. Paste it on your wall. So every single time you see it, paste it somewhere that you always will see it every single day. Because anytime you see this thing now, it is actually going to be motivating you. You're not actually going to feel greedy when it comes to trading, because you know that if you continue on this path, in the next 4 months, 5 months, your $200 is going to be at either $3,200 or $1,500. You understand? So you can actually take a screenshot of this page. Let's take a screenshot of this page. Let me go to the next part of the train. Let me show you how easy it actually is to make 50% profit every month, and how easy it actually is to make 100% profit every month. And after that, we're actually going to go into the format for our 85 days marathon trading challenge. Have you taken a screenshot? Let me erase it. All right, I believe I've taken a screenshot. I need to take a screenshot. All right, so let's go to this now. So what do you need to do to make 50% profit every month? Okay, now every single day on an average, if you make 3% profit every single day, look at this. Let's say you're risking 4% of your account, 4% of your account here. Right, percentage payout on an average is 75% payout on an average. So if you risk 4% of your account, you're going to make a profit of 3%. Okay. Now, if you make if you win one trade every single day, that means on an average, that means your first day you won one trade, you made 3%. Your second day, you made another 3%, making your account 6%. Are you seeing this? The third day, account now is at what? 9%. Just only one trade, not even two trades, therefore. Fourth day, account now is at 12%. Fifth day, account now is at 15%. This is just all you need to grow your account by over 50% profit in 1 month. Because if you're a compounding challenge, I love explaining this part very well. Let me show you the mouse. You don't need to make one. You don't need this is only 532, just 50. No more than that. You're making 15% profit. Now, your first week, you make 15%, right? Week one, you make 15. Week two, and that 15% Dabi, by going only 50, that's now 30% your account have grown to. Week three, you now have how many percent? 45%. So basically, let's add it before. Let's just add it before. Let's add it before. Let's add it before. 60%. Paid 15% profit. 3% for a Monday, 3% Tuesday, that's 6%, Wednesday, 9%, Thursday, 12%. You're adding 3%, 15%. You've actually made 60%. And your target is only 50% too. Just 50%. So you see, it's very, very easy. Very, very easy. And even this your profit self at the end of this is not going to be 60% self, it's going to be 70% because there's what they call your compounding. Because the amount you're risking is not going to be fixed at 4%. Because every new week you enter, you calculate your 4% afresh. That's what I actually do. For example, now, let's say I have $100 account. Let me put this into perspective now, yeah? I calculate my risk every single week, every single new week. So I start with $100. This is how I do my own. So my risk now is 4%. Okay, 4%. So I'm making 4%, risking 4%, that's $4 as at now. I'm going to risk $4 here. So I make 15% profit. So my account grows to 100 and what is wrong with me now? $115. Now the next week I have $115. Now my 4% of $115 next week now is not $4 again now, is now now $4.6. You just see what I'm talking about. Let me just go. So this is how easy it is to compound your account to $4.6. All right. And if I make that same profit again, 15% of $115 is going to be and my 4% of $132 is not $4 times 0.0. So at the end, what am I making? I'm making 100 and I'm going my account to $158. 25 actually. So you see, in 3 weeks, I'm only making what do you call it? 50. I've grown my account from $100 to $158, which is even more than my target. See what we calculated here in 3 weeks. See what we're actually getting here in 3 weeks. Why? Because our risk amount is changing everything based on our starting capital of the week. Let's calculate for the last this thing. Let's calculate for the last week or the last week. $158, $158. I'm leaving the decimal point alone. 4% of Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. My network took me out for a second. Everything I used. But you understand what I was actually doing, right? Let me just do it like $100 times 1.15. First week, making 100%, making 50% every month. $100 close to 115 times 1.15, 115% this month, $115 to 132. If you don't actually get everything completely, you can actually go and watch it after the session. You're going to actually understand it better. Fast. 1.15 again. 152. I don't correct self. 132 to 152. Then the fourth week, times 1.15. Silly guy. That's 75% just calculated now. We have 152 to 175. Let me show you the easy way to actually calculate these things here. Now, if I'm to calculate 30% growth of my account, right? I can just times, we know it's times 0.3, right? That would give us 30%. If I'm to calculate 15%, $100 times, let's say 20% times 0.2, it's going to give me the percentage increase, right? But now, if I actually want to know how much I'm going to have with my capital and the profits, what I'm going to do is that this zero, I'm going to remove this zero, and I'm going to actually add here. That is simple, this thing. So if I actually want to calculate how much I'm going to have with my capital and 20% profit, it's going to be like times 1.2. So you understand? So because I needed to calculate, if I just want to calculate the profit, I'll just do times 0.15. I'm going to get the profit, which is just 15%. That's $15, right? $15. But because I actually want to know how much I'm going to have with my capital and my profit, so that's why I now did $100 times. You can do the calculation yourself. You're going to see I'm saying something that makes sense. One, I'm going to add that one. That one is my capital. 1 point, my 15% profit. So it gave me 115. So that's why I just kept calculating times 1.15 times 1. That's how I get them. So you see it, by only winning 5 trades in a week. All right, by only winning 5 trades every single week, just 5. How many trades we win last week? I think we won 7 and we lost just 1. Just 5 every single week. We made 75% profit on our accounts. Just 5. You don't need to take a million trades. We did our calculation based on 50% and see what the account grew to with 50%. But now imagine if that same calculation was 75%. Are you trying to tell me that you can actually take 5 trades and win all 5 trades in a week? Now, if you're going to have a loss, probably 5 wins and 0 losses is the equivalent of 6 wins, rough equivalent actually, is rough equivalent of 6 wins. Let me do it now. 5 wins and 0 rough equivalent, that means roughly 0 losses is the rough equivalent of, pardon my Oyibo that I'm speaking, of 6 wins. I'm supposed to add S here, of 6 wins, and and 1 loss. Or I can just put 1 losses. You see the same rough equivalent of 7 wins, rough equivalent times 100%, right? And 2 losses. So the rough equivalent of 9 wins, 9 wins, and 3 losses. 9 wins and 3 losses, you have 9 divided by 12, that's 75% accuracy. If you have 9 wins and 2 losses, you're having 75% accuracy. If you have 6 wins and 1 loss, 6 divided by 7 is 85%. So in as much as this is the lowest one we calculated here, in as much as your profit, let's do the math. Let's just do the math for this 9 wins before we go to the last 9 wins. Since we actually a win is actually 3% for us. So 9 times 3 is equal to 18. No, 9 times 3 is 27% in profit. Then lost 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. How am I calculating myself? 12 in loss, because our loss is 4% and our win is 3%. 27 minus 12 is equal to 27 minus 12 is equal to 15%. So even if you have 9 wins and 3 losses a week, 75, as long as your accuracy is more than 75% for the week, and you're actually having more than 5 trades, more than 6 trades, you're actually going to be hitting this target. This is the least we calculated. This is 75% accuracy, 9 wins and 3 losses, 75% accuracy. 9 wins, each of the wins are 3%. Each of the losses are 4%, because if you risk 4% of your account, you're going to make 3% profits. 4 times 3, that's your losses, 12%. 9 times 3, your wins, 27%. That's 15% in your profits. You understand? So you see, it's very easy to actually make that profit target. So that's actually just it. So you see, it's very easy. Who any time that you have not taken up to, as long as you are correct, I always say that when it comes to trading, it's your accuracy that is the most important thing. Your accuracy, not your profits. You're always aiming to always make above 75% accuracy every single week. As long as you actually have above 75% accuracy every week, you're actually going to be making at least 15% profit. The only thing that actually make you have at 75% accuracy and make below 15% profit is if you take less than 6 trades. Or sorry, less than 7 trades. Less than 7 trades or less than 8 trades. If you have less than, the lesser the number of trades and everything. So if you can just have 5 wins, you've actually made a 15% profit. If you have 6 wins and 1 loss, you've made a 15% profit. If you make 7 wins and 2 losses, if you have 9 wins and 3 losses. So even if you're only taking 2 trades per day, that's 10 trades. You're obviously going to hit this. You're going to hit everything. So it's very, very easy to make your profit targets every single week. And as long as you're making a profit target every single week, you're actually going to hit where you actually want to get to. All right, so let's go to how we're actually going to proceed with our challenge here. I'm actually going to drop the timetable on the group chat. We have our timetable. I'm going to start with the timetable first. All right, so the timetable is actually going to be showing you how our sessions are going to be going. Basically, nothing actually changed, nothing much, but we just added our affirmation sessions. Okay, because you remember the main thing when it comes to the compounding challenge here is for more trades here, and to give everybody a goal. All right, give everybody something they're striving towards. So what is actually our goal? To grow our account from this amount to this amount in the next 4 months. So to do that, we have to call out more trades, and we have to create a challenge. All right. And when everybody actually see the challenge, they actually see the more trades, and they actually know what they're aiming towards, they are going to be more inclined to take. They're actually going to be inclined to take more trades and to leave their trades to compound. Like, you understand, leave their profit to compound. You understand? So let me drop the timetable on the group chat. All right. This is actually our timetable. See, everything remains the same apart from Mondays. We have affirmation session on by 10 a.m. Okay. We have affirmation sessions by 10 a.m. on Monday. Affirmation sessions by 10 a.m. on Monday. I don't know if everybody have actually seen the timetable. It's already posted on the group chat. So our 9 p.m. sessions is still the same. Our 6 a.m. session is still the same. Our 11 a.m. session is still the same. But then every Monday by 10 a.m. we're going to be having affirmation. What's actually affirmation? Affirmation is us coming to come and speaking to existence what we want in our life. And it's very, very, very important. It is very, very important. So when it comes to the trades, all right, that is actually how it's actually going to be. The session are going to be like that. Our Friday sessions are strictly for what they call it. Our Friday sessions are strictly for FRX, all right, are strictly for FRX. So that basically on our Friday sessions, we're not going to do anything HFX, but we'll still drop signals on the group chat on HFX. We'll still drop pending orders on the group chat on HFX, but the trainings on the 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. session are just going to be for FRX. We have lots of strategies to actually teach on FRX. There's a W pattern, W and M patterns. We have our trend break and retest. We have a lot of things to teach. We have a lot of things to do. During this period, I even want to give some funded challenges, like to fund some people on funded challenge, everything, after teaching people how to actually pass funded challenges, those that are doing it very well on demo, you can give them $10,000 worth of funded challenge accounts so they can actually trade and pass. That's actually part of the gifts we are going to be giving. You understand? So we have a Friday session, so we won't teach anything on HFX. It's only strictly for Forex, but we'll still drop signals on the group chat on HFX on Fridays, you understand? But when it comes to the classes, it's only strictly rather FRX. So now, how is the signals going to be going? All right. Like me, I always aim to drop 5 to 10 signals every single. That is my 5 to 10 signals. Does this actually ring any bell? Remember what I actually see it, right? I say if you go 5-0, you're made your 15% target. My own target is not to make 75% profit. If you're going 5-0 every single week, all right, at the end of the month, what do we calculate? 75% profit. My target is not 75%, but my target is usually 30 to 70% profit. So I look to drop 5 to 10 signals. If I drop 5 signals and we go 4-1, that is very, very good. If I go 4-1 every single week for 1 month, I'm going to hit my 30 to 50%, I'm going to hit my profit target. You understand? If I drop 5 trades, 6 trades, 7 trades, so my target is to drop 5 to 10 signals on the group chat. Very accurate signals. I'm sure that once I drop the signals, even if probably we don't go 100%, right? At least we'll go 80%. At least leniency list 75%, because I never like going below 75% profit. I'm sorry, accuracy actually. I never like it. If I go below 75% accuracy, it actually used to pinch my body. It actually affects me mentally because I just hate it. Because how do you grow if you're actually going below that? I can actually do that once in a while. It can actually happen sometimes, right? But even if it happens, it's just probably like once in 3 months. Probably the market moved differently, or maybe my strategy just did something else. You understand? But it should not be something actually happening regularly, just once 3 months or 5 months. So this is actually what I'm looking to drop every single week from Coach Michael every week. This is that I look to drop 5 to 10 signals every week. Then Coach Vicky, obviously, he's also looking to drop his own signals. I don't know how many he wants to drop, but let's just say 5 to 15 signals. But it's me and Coach Vicky that are going to be dropping signals. Vicky every week. Okay, so remember what I said, I look to make 30 to 70% profit every single month. If you take my 5 to 10 signals every month, I'm sure that you should make within 30 to 70% profit if you're risking 4% of your account. All right. And then if you now add my own to Coach Vicky's own, all right, that is actually how the trade is actually going to be going. All right. So every week, every day, you drop the results of the trades. It's percentage profit if you 4% per trade. I'm going to be doing the calculation with 4% per trade. Okay. So at the end of the day, if you went 3-1 at the end of the day, we're going to put okay, Monday result, 3 wins, 1 loss. Profit target for the day is, profit made for the day is 3% profit or 4% profit. So I said I'm actually going to be calculating 4%, and I'm going to be calculating this 4% using 75% payout. I'm not going to be, because I can't go and start looking at every single payout of every single trade. It's actually going to make life difficult for me. 75 payout. That's what I'm going to calculate everything. So if we go 3-1, you know what 3-1 actually means? 75% payout. 3-1, that basically means we won 3 times 3, that is 9, minus 4, which is the loss. The loss can be 4. Okay. Bad trade. All right, that's 5% profits. You understand? So if you go 3-1, that means you risk. That means for this basically means that for every 4% you risk, for every 4% you risk. If you win 3%, your win would be 3%, and your loss would be 4%. Okay? You understand? So I'm not going to come and start explaining anything there. At the end of the day, I'll just drop the amount of trades we took, amount of wins we had, amount of loss you actually incur, and the profit for the day. I'll just put the profit there so you actually know how to. So if you actually took the trades with 4%, obviously you would have actually made that particular target. You understand? So that is actually that one about that. So at the end of every single day, we'll keep posting it like that. Then at the end, so at the end of every single day, we'll keep posting it like that. Then at the end of every week, we are also going to do it too like that. This time I'm actually going to post it with a flyer too. All right. The amount of trades we called out, amount of trades we won, amount of trades we lost, and amount of profit we made or you made. If you risked 4%, the amount of profit you actually made. The week, if we make 15% profits, fine. If we make 25% profits, fine. Make 20% profits, fine. Profit target is 30 to 100%. Very, very fast. All right, so profit target is this last one, 30 to every month. All right, that's our profit target. Right. We are going to make sure we don't go below this 30% like this every month. And we're going to update it. So as to make every single, just the way we are typing it at the end of the 20 pin. So if you post this week, you made 20% profits. If you look at your account and sorry, this network is a liar. Devil is a lie. We're going to complete what we're talking about in this session. You understand? So if you post that you made 10% profits, then you sure made 10% profits at the end of the week. If you post you made 20% profits, then you sure made 20%. If you post that profit target or profit for the week was 20%, and you're looking at your account and you're seeing only 3% profit, that basically means you didn't take out the whole trades and we called out. Now, not only are we going to be dropping trades on the group chat, and I'm also going to be calling out trades on Go Live. Understand? So if you miss some Go Live sessions, you're likely to actually miss some trades. So I'll try to actually post the trades I'm pulling out on Go Live on the group chat. And also, apart from that, too, we would also be dropping updates on trades. This is the forex market. Lots of things actually change. Sometimes the red folder can actually come out. Before the red folder actually come out, we are obviously going to update you to close this trade or close that trade. So it's not only about imputing the pending orders. It's also by following the instructions. When we tell you to cancel the trade, cancel. When we tell you to re-enter it back, re-enter it back. It's trading. This is why it's actually sometimes difficult for people to actually call out trades, because we need to actually monitor our trades also. In a sense, as we're actually monitoring the trades for ourselves, because we are taking these trades on our live accounts. All right, so actually monitoring these trades ourselves. We are also going to posting it for everybody, so you can also monitor your trades too accordingly. All right. So if you've not actually funded your account, you should actually message me after the session. Let's actually fund our accounts. Let me I can assist you with your funding. I funded my own with 9K because I'm very serious about this. Right. I also want to trade and make Christmas money. You understand? With the challenge, right? Not just my personal, with the challenge. I want to actually grow. I want us to actually grow together. So, like Matutea did then, I want everybody to see how mine is also growing too. So if you're one of those persons that will join session today, I'm not actually joining session for the next 5 months, you can actually know that it's you that is not doing what you're meant to do. Okay, that is basically that's not just only it. Remember, actually, there are lots of cash prizes to be won. We're going to actually give out funded challenges. By the moment we, have lots of traders actually get to the point where they can actually take funded challenges, we're actually going to give it out. So we don't have a challenge in between where we're going to okay, do this, do that, and everything. We are actually going to give to you a $10,000 funded challenge or a $5,000 funded challenge. Apart from that, too, we are also going to have a different thing. When it comes to the end of the challenge, those that actually master how to trade before the end of the challenge, and they can actually prove from their personal trading result that they actually traded for 1 month and actually maintained up to 75% accuracy in that 1 month. We are going to actually give them cash prizes, and we are also going to get them their flyer. We're going to celebrate them very, very well, and we're actually going to give them lots of things, right? At the end of their 1 month, proving, at the end of the 1 month of them trading personally, actually proving that they actually maintain 75% plus accuracy. So that is basically it, family. Thank you very much for joining the session. This was actually the long session, right? The reason why it's so long was because I had a lot of things to talk about, right? And I didn't want to rush it, though I still ended up talking very, very fast. I wanted to actually make sure I touch it, talk on it very, very well, so you can actually get the full, gist of how the challenge is actually going to go. Yeah, so I believe everybody actually understand how this is actually going to go. All right, and that is basically it about everything. And don't forget to the subscription is monthly. Your school fees is monthly, it's not yearly. You understand? So that's why you should make sure you start immediately taking the trades and everything and going your account. If you look at the challenge, you have a $100 account at the end of the 4 months, something very reasonable, 800, 900, 1,000, go to 1K in 4 months. How much are you going to use to subscribe? Highest $200. You still with huge profits for yourself. And then the mindset that you can actually still keep going with very huge amount. And apart from that, you'd have also won some other cash prize. Probably you'd have won a $10K funded challenge account. You would have actually won past the Peace Traders Challenge, and you would have actually been promoted. You've actually gotten probably a phone or something like that. So it's very, 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 very wonderful. So let's go. The challenge already begun. All right. I'm likely to drop trades this today, but I don't know if I see what's because I'm going to very pick my entries, right? If I see what I really like here, I'm going to drop my first trade. If I don't see so, I'm also going to hold back till tomorrow. But that is basically it for me. Thank you very much for joining. Right. I look forward to actually seeing our testimonies during the challenge. At the end of the challenge, I look forward to actually seeing a lot of good things coming from the group. I look forward to actually seeing lots of people tagging me on Instagram when they start withdrawing their profits or when they start trading on their own and start seeing constant profit. Thank you very much once again, family, for being a part of this challenge, and see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Have a lovely day.